Well, it's Russell Buck Fletcher, and it's another beautiful day out here in the San Joaquin Valley. Getting ready for go out and do some pools. It's going to be another hot one today, another barn burner. So, gonna go out and do some pools, check out, see what's going on. But there's something else important that's going on today, and that is a protest up in Portland, Oregon, the home of Antifa. And I'm interested to see how that's going to go today, because there's a right-leaning group that went up there to protest, and Antifa, of course, has to go out there and do their thing. But we all know that Portland is not only the de facto home of Antifa, but also the fact that the police department up there has been basically told to stand down with Antifa. And a lot of people are really really upset about that, including myself. These people are out of control, and the police have basically been told to stand down. And I always thought it was kind of funny that they call it Antifa, anti-fascist, but yet they act like fascists, and it's weird. It's almost like China, the People's Republic of China. Well, if you've ever been to China, it's not the People's Republic, it's the communist country of China. And like North Korea is also mislabeled. The Democratic People's Republic of North Korea. But we all know that there is no democracy in North Korea. It's a brutal dictatorship. So it's funny how things get labeled, and people talk about, well, I don't like labels. We shouldn't be using labels. Well, let me tell you something there, Buttercup. Everything's got a label. These are sunglasses. They're actually prescription sunglasses. This is a truck. I am fat. This is a straw hat. This is a felt fedora. Those are all labels. And you can dislike labels all you want. But they're still there. And, there's this whole idea that, we shouldn't be labeling things. And then, of course, if you mislabel something, such as a transgender person who dresses like a woman but is still physically a male, and then you accidentally call them sir, and it's ma'am. Okay, got nothing against transgender people. I know some transgender people. I'm friends with transgender people. Hell, I have one friend, she, now a he, great guy, transitioned in college, went through the surgery, the whole 9 yards. Used to be a very lovely looking woman, now a very handsome man. No issue. The whole thing of life, though, is that we are made up of labels. We put labels on everything, and labels tend to define us. For example, you call a truck because it has a certain body style, and it has a bed on the back, and usually has a little bit more horsepower. Whereas a sports car is small, compact, lightweight, high horsepower, low body weight ratio. But I would not call my truck a race car, especially this thing. This thing is severely underpowered. Now the little Canyon over here that's got the straight 5 in it. Yeah, it'll burn rubber. It's a good little truck. It's hard to squeeze into. Whenever I get into it, I look like one of those clowns going into a clown car or coming out of a clown car. It's like, how the hell did he get in there and how the hell is he going to get out? But I do it. I managed to do it. So with all that being said, why do we refuse? Well, why are there some people that refuse to acknowledge that labels are necessary? Well, because labels can become hurtful. And there's a lot of people that run their lives off of feelings these days. If I have somebody that comes up to me and says, "You're a fat ass." Okay, well, great observation. I'm fat, and I have a particularly large posterior. Congratulations, your eyes work. Some people be like, "Well, that's discriminatory. That's you can't be saying stuff like that." It's words. Now, if somebody came up to me and said, "You're a fat ass," and then hit me over the head with a stick, now we have a problem. Not because of the words, but because you just hit me over the stick, and now I have to take the stick away because you hit me with a stick. And I don't like being hit with a stick. I really don't. I mean, I know there's some people that think that I might like being hit with a stick. There's some people in the past who thought I might like being hit with a stick. But no, I don't like being hit with a stick. Don't hit the buck with a stick. It's not nice. It's just like, people with their names. God, what people with their names, I've known some people that are like, "You will call me this," and it's like, okay. I've had people, that have, like a hyphenated name, or, they want their first and middle name. It's like, okay. And then, if people ask me my name, it's like, call me whatever you want. That's how I wound up with, like, 24 nicknames. Because, people are like, okay, whatever comes to mind. The two major ones are Buck and Bones. But, there's a few people that call me Collateral Damage. I got a couple guys that call me the Chair Breaker, because every time I go to the house, it seems like I'm breaking a chair. There's a couple of Dad's old friends that call me Rusty. That one is pretty much off limits, but that's because of sentimental reasons. There's a lot of people that call me Snorlax. Okay. Some of my guys that work in the film industry, they call me Hollywood. Don't know why, because not really camera generative, but whatever. But people get all uptight about it. You will call me. It's like, okay, it's your name. It's not, I'm not saying you're a felon, not saying you're a convict. Sorry if I didn't call you by your first and middle name. Didn't know. I know now. Don't, it just, people get uptight over this stuff. And the thing that gets to me about this, the thing that really gets to me about this, is that people get uptight about this stuff, but yet we have much bigger issues going on in the entire world. We still have people starving all over the world. Still haven't figured that one out. We have two groups that have known to have violent parts of them meeting up in Portland, Oregon today. We have environmental issues that we have to deal with. We have corrupt politicians that we have to deal with. And you're bickering about whether somebody calls you by your middle name or your first name or your first and middle name. Come on, Seriously? So, that's the frustrating part. That's the frustrating part. And the second part is that people who tend to be very uptight about that stuff also tend to be very uptight about everything. And for me, it bugs me. A lot of people know I'm kind of laid back. You know, I can be very uptight sometimes, but I tend to be kind of laid back. But in the greater scheme of things, does it really matter? I mean, you know, I don't know. It's just something that kind of bugs me a little bit. On a lighter note, summer is starting to come to a close. We're in the middle of August. Heat's going to be dying down here pretty soon. Fall's going to be coming, and we're going to get into the sweet time of the year. We're going to get into Halloween, yay! Thanksgiving, where our waistlines start to expand, and then Advent, which I think starts on the 1st of December this year. I'll have to double check that. And then Christmas. And then 2019 will be in the books. And then we're on to a new decade. We're on to 2020. Maybe 2020 will be the start of the roaring 20s again, just like the 1920s. But if it is, hopefully we're not, hopefully when we get to 2029, we don't see a complete stock market collapse and another depression through the 2030s. So with all that being said, those are my ramblings for today. Nothing much going on. Like I said, I gotta go work on some pools, gotta go do some, gotta go run some errands, and, other than that, you know, it's a beautiful Saturday. Well, at least it is here where I'm at. Hopefully it is where you are too. Go out, enjoy yourself. It's Saturday. Enjoy yourself. Be happy. Go do something. And in the meantime, I gotta get to work. I gotta put on my work fedora and go to work. Go clean pools. So, those of you that are working today, be safe, be cautious of what you're doing, try not to work too hard. And remember, it's the people that work on the weekends that keep this 7-day-a-week economy running. Because not everybody works the weekends, but I do. A lot of first responders do. So, with all that being said, have a great Saturday. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there.